All right, hi guys. So we are ready to do our second unboxing for the O levels paper for EMATS. Okay, so once again, hello everyone. So my name is Moses, and today what we'll be doing is we'll be doing a unboxing video. Okay, let me in the meantime just okay, I just got onto YouTube, so let me just also quickly stream it over to Facebook as well. Hope everyone is doing well over these past few weeks. I know exam is over for O levels and for PSLE, because right now I see more JC students doing their exams. Now it's A levels. Now it's A levels. So right, yeah. Okay, let me just get my Facebook up as well. I see a lot of JC students in their uniforms in the morning. I think they're going to school for their papers. So right now, now it's A levels. That means that O level, N levels, PSLE all finished already. So I hope that you guys did well for your exams. And what I remember is that next week we'll be doing next week will be the results released for the PSLE results, and that is when the students will start to make their choices for the schools, and then they will go and survey their schools and things like that to identify their choices for secondary school. Okay, thankfully thankfully the choosing for these secondary schools is much not so stressful already as compared to last time. Why? Because because with the new changes in the system, people are no longer no longer so stressed out about going to like a top school or a normal school, neighborhood school, things like that. So because they are already going with the full subject-based banding starting from next year. So whether or not which school you're going to, you will be banded based on your individual capability of the subject itself. So we are not so this is the government's measure to relieve the stress from parents and students, so as to not like push them for like express stream, normal acad stream, and normal technical stream. So in fact, with the new implementation for subject-based banding across all the secondary schools in Singapore, that means what we will see is that O levels and levels will be removed. Okay, and then there will be a new certification called the Singapore Education Certificate. So it's like a uniquely Singapore certification that is still done together with Cambridge. Just that in the past we have O level, A levels, N levels, all these is directly taken from the UK system, which is the Cambridge system. So what happens in 2027? That is in Singapore, we will have our very own uniquely created certification. So each of the different students, right, everyone will be going through 4 years. There will be no 5 years. It will just purely 4 years. That means there's no such thing called you're taking N levels, you can study to Sec 5 and then you take O levels. There's no such thing anymore. So then that means that everyone will be going through a universal 4 years program in Singapore, whether or not your grades and your subjects is better or worse than other people. So when everyone finishes their SEC 4 years, their certification will be based on what grade level they are in for that particular subjects. So for example, just to give an example, is that maybe my maths and science are studied better. My languages not so good. So maybe for my maths and science related subjects, I'll be taking like G1. G1 is the best so-called G1 Okay, then my English and Chinese not that great, not that fantastic, then I'll be doing like a G2. Okay, so using this grade profile, I'll be going. That means when I graduate in SEC from SEC, my subjects will be based on the G1, G2, G3. Okay, whereas maybe for another classmate of yours, maybe for this person, the languages are better. So for English and mother tongue, he takes G1. Then for maths and science related subjects, he takes a G2. He will still be taking the same exam. He will still be taking the same certification. But what is presented on his certificate will be slightly different because it's based on the capability of his individual subjects. That is the difference. That is what the Singapore's are trying to make, in a way, to make everyone go through the same level, same system, the same the same system throughout, and to to help everyone in a way graduate together. So in a way, it's kind of their initiative to make everyone the same, like to make whether or not you are very good at studying or whether you are not so good at studies, is for them to make everything the same, so everyone progresses together. So good or bad, to me, it's quite subjective actually, because I don't really, personally for me, I don't really support this. Right now, based on what I see more of I see more cons than pros, because it leaves us with many questions as to what will happen after, in terms of the tertiary education. How our future polytechnics and universities are going to evaluate and to determine how capable and how competent are our local students. Okay, so because right now change, but of course, I think I've been saying this for a couple of times every time during my quickfire sessions. They have to implement like changes face by face, starting from primary school where they changed to AL system, and then to secondary school when they implemented SBB. Then what will happen? Then probably the next few years, their changes will be into things like the tertiary educations, how polytechnics are going to accept or to bring in students to that diploma based on the grades that is coming out from SCC, probably like a grade profile. And then probably, would there be some sort of ranking points, or would there be some sort of like a percentile? Okay, all these things are big questions that's left unanswered. So I believe we don't have an answer yet, nor do the students and parents, and nor does the teachers. The teachers themselves are also following the system. So you see, every time when change is being implemented, everyone will have to adjust accordingly. The schools and the teachers have to align their expectations to how are they going to teach their kids, to create a more inclusive inclusive environment for the students to blend in, regardless of academic achievements and grades. Okay, at the same time, the teachers themselves also have to adjust into how are they going to go into teaching the day in, day outs, the every day of the lesson time. How are they going to deliver it differently, such that the materials, the resources are going to be matchable to like the different grade profiles lah. Okay, so there are lots of things that is right now there are so many things to change. So as tutors myself, as a tutor myself, I also see that there's a lot of change and a lot of uncertainty in terms of how parents are viewing this, and a lot of parents are also not very well aware of what's going on as well. So I also see, every time I try, whenever I meet new assignments, like in the past few weeks, I try my best to also educate the parents about what's going on in school, what's going on in the system, what are they going to expect. So in fact, for primary school now, it's actually already stabilized. For the primary school students is already more or less stabilized, because how to say, because for them the change is already over. The change is over. because they already done, they are kind of used to the AL system already. Okay, then there will be also another notion on standard and foundation. So whether or not does the child perform up to standard, or do they opt for a foundation? That means a more simpler version of the primary school syllabus. So standard foundation, SBB, G1, G2, G3 are some of the things that is being introduced over the past years. Okay, so and as a tutor, I try my best to educate. And that's why we, starting from next year, we will also be not just doing academic stuff like academic tuition and things like that. We will also want to reach out for more non-academic support in terms of like sharing more about these insights and trends to be with the parents, and also to empower and to educate the parents about what's going on. I think it's pretty important because it's about expectations lah. You need to align the expectations of how parents should be viewing their children in terms of the academic achievements. Okay, in the past, it's pretty straightforward. So we have things like Band 1, Band 2, Band 3, Band 4. We have things like your A1, A2, B3, B4. It's pretty straightforward. But when parents are still in that old framework, okay, it doesn't align with what is the new trend right now. Okay, so next year in January, we are also planning to do an online workshop to share with people about the education system, what is changing right now, and how parents can actually better prepare for it. And also for students, for children from P4 onwards, how can they what are the expectations they should set for themselves? That's number one. And number two, for them to explore on effective study tips. Okay, moving forward, as the grades and the numbers may not be so critical already, so how can the children themselves dedicate and to distribute their time better, so that they can achieve the best out of the new system? Okay, so these are some of the objectives that we want to cover in this upcoming workshop in January. Okay, this workshop, we call it the Future of Tomorrow, Unlocking Infinite Possibilities. It will be on January 20th. January 20th is on a Saturday morning, 9:30 a.m. to 12. Okay, so for more details of these workshop events and programs, you all can actually go ahead and to check out my website. Okay, my website, we did update our events and programs over there. Okay, so just a bit of updates about what we are planning over this few weeks. And then at the same time, we will also we are doing also a revamp in terms of how our tuition model will be. Okay, so we want, as much as tutors are putting their best efforts to ensure the learning progress of the children, we also want parents and students to also take charge of the whole process as well. So starting from next year, we will be actually doing some minor changes about how we are collecting our payments to our students and parents. So it will be in terms of, instead of month by month, which is quite typical for most tutors, what we'll be doing is we will be doing a term basis. Either 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. So depending on which term are we committing to, the per hour will slightly change a bit. Okay, so in fact, what parents can see is that it is a term commitment instead of a 1 month commitment where you pay the tutors end the month and then pay month by month. We want to see as a longer term commitment, because we want to really see visible changes, not just in the students' academic progress, but also what the parents can do on the side to better support their children in terms of the journey. Okay, whether it's in terms of like homework assignments, whether it's of enriching them and how to correctly guide them, encourage them, motivate them. I think these are pretty much the more crucial things that we feel that as a parent can do more while supporting their children academically. Okay, while the tutor can just come once every week for 1 hour, 1.5, 2 hours, it's only that amount of time per week. Okay, so for the rest of the time in that week, it's going to be down to the student and the parents themselves. Okay, so we want to create more of this commitment for the parents as well. Yeah, this is what we are looking at. Okay, so also same thing, the further details on how we charge and our terms and payment terms and all that stuff can also be found on our website. So for those of you who are in direct contact with me, you all can just directly contact me to ask me more, or you all can actually subscribe to our WhatsApp channel to receive updates from there. Okay, at the same time, you can also reach out to our website, which is our Notion website. Okay, so let me see if I can just quickly show you guys my website. Okay, yeah, this is my maths notes. And also for people who commit to term, they will have access to this full system that I have, which is my MAP M5 Max system. So this is what I am doing alongside to let children and students have their own study companion. Okay, so in this system, I created like notes, question bank, exam papers for students to actually access on their own. Okay, so while the tutors are not around, they can also access this system, right, to see condensed notes, to see like pointers that I myself deliver without me being there. Okay, so that they can like in a way self-study on their own. Okay, so for people who commit to term, they will also have access to this system as well. Okay, so I call it the Prime Access Hub. So for people who also commit to term, that means either 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year, they will also be accessing our exclusive articles and our parent support group. So this parent support group, right, is something that I want to bring the parents together, okay, to in a way share updates, to actually provide support for one another, because amidst all the changes in this landscape, we want parents to actually come together. Okay, come together, be informed, be educated, be empowered to better support your children together, so that in a way, and with our support to guide you guys through this journey. Okay, so we don't want to be just doing tuition. Okay, we want to provide a bit more. Okay, so for people who are committing to 3 months, 6 months, or one year, you guys will be able to access these 3 things: the parent support group, the exclusive articles, and the max system. So these exclusive articles, I share a bit more about this one. This one is, I've always been like publishing articles, so on and so forth, of like parenting, development, and all those. So what is in these exclusive articles as compared to the one that is on the main website? Okay, as you can see, this is our main website. It's actually very established already. So as compared to this MAP reads, this article and blog that we are doing, right, is more of like a general. So the articles here are shorter, okay, are more like general reads. Okay, so we cover from a different range of like topics lah. Okay, so I'm also in the midst of creating and generating more articles and publishing more on my own. Okay, so for exclusive articles, for these exclusive articles over here, this is what the difference for these articles, right, is that we will be publishing these articles, right, together with our psychological practice partner, OK2Chat. Okay, so OK2Chat is our exclusive psychological practice partner that is will be supporting us in terms of the non-academic side of things. So for example, let's say parents, you guys will feel sometimes during the parenting process, you guys will feel very stressed, you'll feel frustrated, or maybe your children are facing some need some help in terms of mental health. Maybe they feel stress and anxiety during exams. Maybe they feel tense or socially awkward whenever they meet new people, especially for people who are entering secondary school. Okay, that means P6 going to Sec 1. It's a brand new environment, it's a brand new landscape. Okay, friend making will be like a whole thing all over again. So for children and students and parents who are looking to seek psychological help, okay, we are here for you. Okay, so we have partnered with OK2Chat to be able to provide this consultation, therapy, and certain other services. In fact, this coming workshop that we are doing in January will also be collaborated with them. Okay, so just to also quickly show you guys on the events and programs. So for this upcoming workshop that we're doing next year, we are also putting it over here as well. So you guys can actually come to our website and check it out. This is our Future of Tomorrow, Unlocking Infinite Possibilities. So the details are all here. What we are doing, what we'll be sharing will also be here as well. Okay, so the highlights, that means we'll be also, so what we'll be doing is we will be doing individual sharing. At the same time, we'll be doing an open forum that will be both by us, MEP, and also our psychological partner, OK to Chat. Okay, so this is a quick profile, and then this is the program timeline for you guys to have a look. Okay, so it's very comprehensive. Okay, let me just make this this better. Okay, so this is our full timeline. So to sign up for our workshop, you all can actually scan this QR code to leave your details and make the payment. Okay, and then it will bring you to Zoom to register for the webinar. Okay, so it's a Zoom webinar, so you guys can actually read out more about it over there. So feel free to share this with your families and your friends if they find this useful. This is also to help everyone to kickstart the year 2024. Okay, so in terms of like Chinese metaphysics, 2024 is also going to be another start of a 20-year cycle. So a lot of things, a lot of landscape, and a lot of new methodologies will appear and will be rampant over the next 20 years, which is never to be seen before in the past 20 years. So in fact, in summary, what we have been doing for the past 20 years cannot be used already. So there will be some certain changes that we need to adapt to in the next 20 years in order for everyone to thrive. Whether is it for adults, whether is it for children, whether is it for everyone as a family unit. Okay, so this one I won't go into much details about Chinese metaphysics okay, but this is more like what we are doing. Okay, so this is our website for those of you who can also reach out and can also come in here and find out more. So, and also we are also doing our WhatsApp channel. We will be pushing more updates to you guys via WhatsApp. So also you guys can subscribe over there as well. Okay, so okay, back to our main events for today. I'll be doing our O-level E-Maths paper 2. O-level E-Maths paper 2 unboxing. Okay, like I mentioned, okay, past 2 weeks we did a paper 1. This time I'm going to do a paper 2 because I have not seen the paper yet. Okay, I have no idea how the paper is like. I have no idea how difficult the questions are. So today it will be like, it's like an unboxing. So for those of you, maybe people watching this, some of you guys are tutors, some of you guys are also educators yourself. Who knows, some of you are also students on your own. Okay, so I won't be doing so much of teaching and explaining over here. It's just for me to like experience what's going on in this paper, and also just do a chit chat with you guys Okay, so of course, any questions you all want to ask, feel free to ask. Okay, I try my best to open my chat screen because my computer is on Zoom, then whatever is on my computer is on my is on YouTube. Then whatever is on my YouTube, right? Whatever is on my computer here is streamed to Facebook as well. So I won't be able to like very quickly see through all your comments and questions. So do give me some time if you guys are leaving anything over there. Okay, let me just use my phone. Okay. Okay, let me just, number one, I need to stream this up to my screen first. Yeah, so you can see when you got satu orang, you got one person, you got to do everything. Okay. Okay, so right now I think my screen is up. For those of you who are seeing it, okay, then it should be here. Hopefully it's not lagging. Hopefully it's not lagging. Okay, but in the meantime, what I will do is I will just do a hotspot. To make sure my Zoom connection is well enough. Oh no, oh no, oh no. This one. Okay, I think it should be more stable now. So you guys should be seeing my screen. All right, there we go. Let me see how it looks like on my Facebook and YouTube also. Is it on my it should be on my Facebook, I believe. Okay, yes. That's on November 2. Where is today's one? Okay, just quickly let me see that it's on. Oh, okay. Okay, I haven't started my live video on Facebook lah. Okay, can. Now it should be. Oh, it's about already. Okay, here we go. Okay, I try my best to like toggle among the different screens. If I can. Hopefully is able to. Okay, I think I got my live already. Okay, good. So of course, say again, I will take on anything. I will take on any questions like from the live streams if I can access them quickly. So I will just be constantly toggling among them. In any case, y'all can just reach out to me in okay, I see my YouTube chat though. Okay, but of course over time I'm trying my best to improve my facilities to get all these things up more efficiently lah. Huh? Okay, let's start. Okay. So O level, okay, say again, this year's O level E-Maths paper 2. I have not seen the questions before. Today shall be the first time that I'm looking at it. Okay, so I may make some mistakes too. Disclaimer, I'm not perfect. Okay, so do spare me. Do spare me. Okay, let's go. Question 1. Okay, and I say again, I won't be doing much of my explanation and stuff. I will just be reading it as it is like that. Okay, standard form. Standard form should be for 2010, so it's 3.77 times 10 to the power of 6. Okay, percentage increase from 2020 to 2000. Percentage increase. So it's 4044 210 minus 3273363 over 3273363 times 100%. Okay, so this one obviously is a calculator question. No questions about it. 4044210 minus 3273363 divided by 3273363. Okay, so you see it's about 23.549%. So it's about 23.5%. In 2000, 18.7% is non-residents. So 100% will be 3273363. So 18. Oh wait. Non-resident. 18.7 populate. Non-resident. Oh, okay. Oh, almost fell in the trap there. So this one should be 100 minus 18.7%. So this one is 81.3% because this is resident. So I'm looking for 100% because 18.7 is not 100. It's not 100%. 18.7 is not resident. This table show is resident. Okay, so we are doing this. So 100 divided by 81.3 times 3273363. Okay, calculate the total population. So 4026276. Okay, .753. So this one should be nearest whole number, 3 sig or what? This one I think it's because the answer is not accurate. It's not exact number. So what I'm seeing is 3 sig. Okay, let's take it as 3 sig. 3 sig, that means 403,000 like that. So it's about 4.03 mil lah, about there. 3 sig. But because they never say in standard form or what, only the first part is standard form. Okay, population density is defined as the number of people per square kilometer. 2020 is density. So 5.69 mil. Calculate the area of Singapore. So 5.69 times 10 to the power of 6 divided by 7810 per square kilometer. So this answer will be something like that. Per square kilometer ma. Okay, so it means 1 square kilometer is 7810. So 5.69 times 10 to the power of 6 divided by 7810. Okay, the answer will be 728.553. So 729 lah. 729 kilometers square to 36 feet. 729 km square. Okay. Okay, can. Drawn to the same scale. Okay, can. I'll just make a quick trip to the washroom because I just had my lunch. Okay, I'll just leave the question here so you all can actually continue on this question. Try it out and see for yourself if you are able to do it. Okay, I'll come back in soon in about 3 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Okay, can do. This one should be quite easy lah. Because it's only a question 2. It's not even question 2 yet, it's question 1. Question 1C. Okay, still testing of standard forms should be very straightforward to you guys. Okay, let's see. Diameter of a red blood cell, 3 cm. Okay, give your answer in the form of n to 1. Okay, so it's 3.9 cm to 7.8 times 10 to the power of 6 meter. Okay, but I keep the units here because we need to do some conversions, just to be sure. Okay, just to be sure. So this one will be in terms of meter, so it's 0.039 cm, a meter, sorry. Okay, to 7.8 times 10 to the power of minus 6 meter. So always before we do n to 1, we do make sure that I have the same units. So this one is 3.9 times 10 to the power of. Okay, so this one actually I'm more of a timid side. Okay, I will just do calculator. Okay, I know that 3.9 is like half of 7.8, but I don't want to risk it. So at this point of time, what I'll be doing is I'll be just taking the calculator and punching it in. Times 10 to the power of negative 6. That's the safest way out lah. Okay, and it's 500. So it's actually 500 to 1. So the same scale is 8 mm. Find the actual diameter of the blood pellet. Give your answer in milliliters, the standard form. So that means 500 to 1. So 8 is to. So 8 divided by 500. Okay, 8 divided by 500. That is equals to 0.016. Okay, so it's 0.016 mm. So it's 1.612 times 10 to the power of minus 2 mm. Pretty small, but as long as you follow the units can already. Okay. Natural diameter. Fair enough lah. The blood pellet so small. Okay. Let's continue. Algebra should be simple stuff already. So this one needs no introduction. Just basic. Okay, 5 minus 6 minus 1. X equals to minus 1/3. Yep. Okay, x equals to minus 1/3. Solve the inequality. What? So y is less than -2. Y is less than -2. Just need to take note in terms of where the crocodile mouth is facing lah. Okay, quite simple. Find C when A is 2, B is 4. C equals to 1, 4 plus 2 over 3 minus 2, 1. So it's 2 and 1/4. That's it. Looks damn easy. Okay, 1 mark, fair enough. Rearrange the formula to make A the subject. Okay, so let's just write the whole thing again. This one should be about 3 marks. Yeah, 3 marks. Okay, this one straightforward. Don't need to do anything fanciful. Just cross multiply and and then the bottom is multiply like that. Okay, so throw the denominator over to the other side. So we got 3bc minus ABC equals to 3 minus A plus AB. So I want to make A the subject of formula. So whatever there's A, I group together, the rest I throw one side. So where are the things with A? This, and this. Okay, so I want these three terms to be on the same side. That is the general idea. Okay, so we have, so I throw that 3BC minus 3 equals to A minus A plus AB plus ABC. So I take out the A, I have minus 1 plus B plus AC. So on the other hand, I got 3BC minus 1. So A will be equals to 3BC minus 1 over, I can just write B. Okay, I normally don't like to write minus 1 in front as a first term. So just B plus AC minus 1, like that. So 3BC minus 1, B plus AC minus 1. Okay, whether or not to leave it in like that, or I don't need to take out the 3 because it's a bit not necessary and not significant here. Whether or not I leave it in this one or in this one, both is fine. Both is fine. Because the simplifying is not the main point here. Okay, so should still be the same. Okay, cannot. Okay, next, solve the equation. Give your solutions correct to 2dp. 2dp, I can guess that it's a quadratic formula already. But still, let us see what's going on here first. Okay, so x, 2x minus 1, 6, 4 minus x equals to 3. I want to make the second term to be I want to switch the terms here. So I'll do this. Looks easier for me also. So 2x minus 1, x minus 4. So this is x squared minus 4x plus 12x minus 6 equals to 3. Okay, so I simplify a top and I bring a denominator over to the other side. So x squared plus 8x minus 6 equals to 3, 2x minus 1, x minus 4. So I expand what I have on the right hand side. So it'll be 3 times 2x squared minus 8 minus 1 minus 9x plus 4. Then I further open up the brackets, will be 27x plus 12. Okay, so I can bring down whatever that's on my left hand side. Okay, let's do some rearranging. So 5x squared minus 35x plus 18 gives me 0. Okay, a quick check on the calculator. 5, negative 35, and 18. Okay, I should get some weird ass looking answers. So I'll be doing a quadratic formula. So x equals to 35 plus minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. You know, 2a is 10. Okay, so also I know that a lot of people will be keying calculator here, but I say again, the discriminant must be shown to be a positive value. That means I cannot leave it like 1225 minus 4 times 5 times 80. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I must evaluate what the value is first, which is the value of the discriminant. Okay, so in this case, it will be 1225 minus 360. Okay, y'all can try and key calculator yourself lah. I will do, because I will do a bit of mental calculations as well. Okay, so this is 865 over 10. Okay, so you can key in calculator for this one. Okay, do some calculations on your own. Okay, so this one I say again, this one must be shown to show that it is a positive value. If it's a negative value, that means there's no value for, there's no real solutions for x really. So we cannot continue. So you must show that it is positive. This one quite important. Divided by 10. So it's a 6.441088. Okay, or 35 minus square root of 865 divided by 10, or 0.558911. So 3 6 fixed still 6144, 0.559. Okay, once again, before we quickly write in the answer and move on, right, what we can always do, right, is always to key into the calculator, check again that your equation, right, that your solutions, right, are the solutions if we key into the calculator. So you see in my calculator, I do another quick check again to ensure that it is correct. Okay, so you see, that means if I was to solve it using calculator, it's 6.44 and 0.5589, which is exactly what we are solving, what we gotten here if we use the quadratic formula. So this is just one more step for you to check again. Okay, before we put in the answers and move on. Okay, very important here. 6.44 or 0.559. 5 marks, so much. Okay, let's quickly run through again. So just to share with everyone what we did again. So we did a change of terms. Okay, and then we put them together. X squared 4x, 12x minus 6. Okay, make sense. Then we simplified the left side to be here. And then I bring my right side over to be here. Okay, and then I expanded this. Okay, so -4 minus 1 is -9. Okay, plus 4. Okay, and then we further expand and remove the brackets, which is correct. Then I bring over the left-hand side to the right-hand side just to confirm things. So we'll get this brand new equation over here. So once we have confirmed that the coefficients of the quadratic equation is correct, then we are ready to go. Okay, so 6, 35, 18. Yes, we are good to go. Okay, so this should be my answer. For this amount of things, 5 marks. It is quite easy to get 5 marks, but nevertheless, let's be more vigilant to ensure our answers are correct. So all this, you see, the solving process is actually quite easy, but what it takes between a normal student and an outstanding student, right, is these small little things that we want to check before we move on to the next question. Don't just get it over and done with. Just do this one extra step to check and then to ensure that this is exactly correct. So is that, in fact, after we do these questions, right, we don't need to check the paper already. I don't need to check paper already. I know that my answers confirm correct. Okay, so this is the kind of mental state that you want to achieve. After you do every question, right, you are so certain that your answers are always correct because we check and do at the same time. That's what you want to achieve. Okay, let's continue. Question 3. Solid hemisphere, solid cylinder, hemisphere radius 3y, cylinder 2y and h. Show that total surface area is 27 pi y square. Oh, hemisphere, sorry, hemisphere. Okay, so the full surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. So for this one, okay, so surface area will be the bowl area, which is half of it, which is 2 pi r square, plus the surface on top, which is 3, was another pi r square. So this one will be 3 pi r square. So I sub my r to be equals to 3y. So my surface area will be 3 pi 3y square. Okay, so 3 pi 9y square will be equals to 27 pi y square cm square shown. Pretty straightforward, 2 marks. Okay, the total surface of a cylinder is equal to the surface area of the hemisphere. Find h in terms of y. Okay, so from here, we have found that the total surface area is from the top area, which is part A. Okay, so that means let's continue equate over here. So 27 pi y square cm square is equal to whatever that is over here on this cylinder. Okay, so from here, pretty straightforward. The surface area of a cylinder, that means the top and the bottom, there's two circles, followed by the rectangle, which is of height h and the length of the circumference. Okay, so those who are not following, try again. So it's 2 times of pi r square, which is 2 pi, okay, 2 times of pi r square. Pi r square is what? Pi 2y squared. So you see, I'm constructing the formula as I go along. Okay, adding with a rectangle that is of height h with 2 pi r. This is the circumference, which is the length of the circumference, which is the length of the rectangle if we were to cut and open up. Okay, multiply by h. Okay, so that will be it. So let's simplify everything. 2 times of 4y square pi plus 4 pi yh. Okay, we further simplify, I'll get 8y square pi plus 4 pi yh. Okay, so this whole thing is equal to 27 pi y square. Okay, let's see we are able to do some comparison over here. So there's a y, 2 pi r square. Okay, can. So if I were to take out the pi and 4, I'll be left with 2y square inside plus yh. Okay, find h in terms of y. Find h in terms of y. Okay, let me just put it here to compare again. That means, in fact, I can take out a y also. Interesting. Okay, let's take out the stuff again. So I take out 4, I take out pi, I take out y. Okay, so I have 2y over here. Because this makes 8 pi y square. Okay, plus 4 pi y, I left with h inside. So 27 pi y square. So what we can do over here, we can do cancellation. So the pi and pi disappears. The y and the y disappear. So 27y equals to 2y plus h. So therefore, h is equal to 25y. So find h in terms of y. Okay, 25y. So h equals to 25y. Remarks. Okay, so y can cancel y, y can cancel y, pun intended. Okay, because we are not looking for solutions here, we are not looking for the solutions of y. Okay, we just need to know that on both sides of the equation, there is a factor called y, and that y is definitely not 0. Okay, y has a value, so I can just strike it off because it's like I divide y on both. So when I say cancel on both sides of the equation, right, it's like divide y on both sides. Okay, it doesn't change the remaining value, but it's still as it is. So I can just take out the y. And on the left-hand side, I have a y square. It means y times y lah. So at the right-hand side, I take out a y. Okay, but I need to ensure that I take out y uniformly from both the terms. So that's why I took the effort here to go and do a factorizing first. I factorize out 4 pi y as a common factor of the two terms before I go and cancel out the y outside the bracket. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's clearer that way. It's easier that way. Okay, hope that answers the question. Okay, so h equals to 25y. I don't know what it's going to ask later. The volume of the hemisphere, it's 500 cm cubed. Find the volume of the cylinder. Is it the same? Four marks. The volume of the hemisphere is, just like surface area. Now it's volume. Okay. I almost got tricked there though. Okay, so the volume of the hemisphere is 500 cm cubed. Find the volume of the cylinder. Okay, let's recall. So volume of sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, so therefore the volume of hemisphere is how many? It's half of it. It's 2/3 pi r cubed. Okay, so how do we do this? So we equate we cannot, okay, a lot of people might use the previous formula. The volume of hemisphere same law 500. Then cylinder 500. No, because in the previous part, it's the surface area that's the same. It's the surface area. You see? And it's impossible for you to just write 500 in the answer because there's so much space, right? And there's 4 marks required. I can't just write 500 and think that's it. That's 4 marks. No. Okay, so you got to think a bit further. So let's come back to the formula here. Volume of hemisphere is 2/3 pi r cubed. So the best way to do this, right, is always to go back to the formula and then work it out from there. Okay, and we already know that the radius of the hemisphere is 3y. Okay, so can we bring it back to this? Yes, we can. All right, so 2/3 pi r cubed. Okay, I sub, okay, is equals to 500. Okay, then at the same time, I sub my r to be 3y. So 2/3 pi 3y cubed equals to 500. Okay, I'm doing this because I want to ensure very clearly that we are solving correctly for the substitution of the formula. We don't want to be assuming things from the previous part. Okay, if we will take things from the previous part, 27, same. Cannot. We must be diligent in this kind of things. We must be very diligent in this. So we must ensure that it's correct. So here we continue and do. That's why they give us so much space, just use that. Okay, so this is 27, y cubed is 500. Okay, then I go and simplify. So this is 9. This is 18 pi y cubed is 500. So from here, can I actually go and find y already? I can, right? Because y equals to the cube root of 500 over 18 pi. So this is something I can key in the calculator for. Okay, so 500 divided by 18 pi. Okay, 8.84. So I cube root this thing. Okay, y equals to 2.06783497. Okay, I leave it in this ugly looking number because this is not my final answer. So I just leave it at that. It's okay. Okay, so I know that h is 25y. So can I use this to go and find my volume of a cylinder already? I can, right? So same thing. Before I start to bomb in the numbers, right, I always take out the formula first. That is always the best way to do it. The best presentation also. So to ensure that we're doing it correctly, we are doing a pi r square h. But this r that we're doing is a 2y. Okay, and h is what? H is 25y. Okay, so we can just put it in here directly, and then we can solve it from here. So this is pi, this is 4y squared, this is 25y. If you look carefully, the 24 and 25 becomes about 100 pi y cubed. So in fact, our answer, right, our final answer, right, will be expression of this. So have we found y cubed? Have we found y cubed? We have found y cubed actually, which is over here. Y cubed is 500 over 18 pi. You saw that? Okay, so this is 100. Okay, so I say again, so let's bring that information in here. So it's 100 pi multiplied by 500 over 18 pi. Before I start punching the calculators and get my answer, do you see that I can simplify stuff? I can simplify stuff actually. My pi and pi disappear already. Okay, then what else can I do? I can do a divide by 2. Divide by 2, 50. So this one becomes what? This one becomes 25 3 zeros divided by 9 cm cube. So you see, the answer come out will be a very nice number. It will be 2777 and 7 over 9, which is 277.78, which I 3 sig fig this will be 2 2780 cm cube to 3 feet. 2780. Okay. From this step onwards, can you key in a calculator and get the answer? Answer is yes, of course. Okay. But we must be green in our habits. Okay. I say again, habits is what is important here. When we see fractions here, we can immediately simplify first lah. Why we want to terrorize ourselves? If I were to key in 100 pi, let's say I will key in 100 pi here, and then multiply by 500 divided by 18 pi. 18 pi, then I close bracket. I'll get the same thing. Okay, just to let you guys see. I'll get the same thing. So, and the thing is that there is a risk for this kind of workings. There's always a risk. Why? Because when you guys are putting it as division, and then there's a 18 pi over there at the back. Okay, let me show you guys the 18 pi. You have to be very careful in the brackets. You have to be very careful in the brackets, because if you put 18 pi, it's 18 times pi. And if you don't bracket up the 18 pi over here in the equation, can you see? If you don't bracket up the 18 pi, it will be viewed as 500 divided by 18 times pi. So it's the division, it's the result of 500 divided by 18 first, then the answer times pi. That is not correct already. So you see, as we key in the calculator, right, there will be such a risk if you were to key in the whole thing wholesale. So isn't it much easier if you can just take out the pi first? Take out the pi first, and then we were to work it out like a normal fraction. So I know this answer confirm correct, right? Okay, so this will be the answer for this 2780. Looks legit. Looks legit. H equal 25. Why? Because the only thing that it looks way quite big will be this part. I spotted it. I spotted our error already. I left out the 4. Okay, so it's actually, if I will do a correction here, it will be 8y plus 4h. So this will be what? This will be 19. 19y equals to 4h. So h equals to 19 over 4y. This is the only thing that could possibly be the error. Okay? Okay? So from here, how is it from the very end, how did I kind of sense that there is an error? How do you kind of sense that it's an error? Okay? So remember, every time when we talk about solving for problem sums, right? I always say for check, right? For check, right, there are always 4 steps. Number 1, plan. Number 2, units. Number 3, cents. Number 4, handwriting. I check for these 4 things. My plan is correct, actually. My plan is correct. Units looks good. The thing is that my answers don't make sense. I realize that my answers don't make sense. Why? Because the volume of hemisphere is 500 only. But my volume of a cylinder is already more than 5 times of the original answer, of the original volume. Does it make sense? Then I told myself, it doesn't make sense. So I went back to check. So the only possible factor that I can make my volume of cylinder so big is the relation of my h and y. So I went back to see here. It shouldn't be 25y. This one should be how many? This one should be 4 3/4 y. Which makes more sense, because in the diagram that's shown here, even if it's not drawn to scale, it is quite hard to believe that h is 25y. It's quite hard to believe, but I don't see how previously. Now we see it because there's a further relation to it. So we see that now h is 4.75y. And this answer makes more sense because 2y is about this length. So h is about more than 2 times of that. Makes more sense now. Okay, so let's go and change our answer over here. So h in terms of y is 19 over 4y. And the good thing is this, when you have a clear plan, the plan is correct. And when you do it properly in this format, right, you see that there isn't a lot of things to change. You don't have to blanco the whole thing just to correct that thing, correct what you have made wrong. The only mistake that I made was actually, right, is actually here. and probably everything here and onwards. It's not that much actually. Okay, so in fact, I can just quickly just correct this out over here like this. So this is a 19 over 4y, 19 over 4y. All the better. All the better. You see, these two can cancel. Okay, so this one becomes 19. So instead of 100, it's 19. Okay? Okay, but my same thing, my pi can still cancel. Okay. So I leave it at that. So this one will be how many? 9,500 over 18. Okay, so I just quickly change things here. 9,005 divided by 9. 105. Because this is 1055.56, so it's 1060 to 368. Okay, so now I compare. Is 1060 a more sensible answer? The answer is yes, because my volume is 500. Then the salinity is a bit more than twice of it. Fair enough. Okay, so I'll pass this answer. Okay, so you see, I as a tutor, I will also make mistakes. The difference between a normal average student and an outstanding student is the ability to detect its own mistakes quickly and to know exactly where to change, and then you go and change. Okay, in the past, when students, right, what happens is that when the teachers or tutors tell them that their solution is wrong, right, immediately without thinking, they will erase everything. So when they erase everything, right, then jialat already, because you don't even know what mistake you make. If you don't even know what mistake you make, then you erase everything. You don't know how to change your mistake. So next time, if you were to do a similar question, you'll be doing the same thing, the same wrong methods and ideology. That's the dangerous part, because that is when the students don't know how to improve. Okay, so you see, even though I had a mistake, but what we did was I actually went back to see what was the mistake first. I understood my mistake, then I go and change. That should be the way. Okay, so this is something that we can also take away from. Okay, it's not just about the correctness of the answers, but it's the debugging process. It's the debugging process as we solve our own mistakes. And that is what makes us improve the next level. Okay, so this is just a bit of sharing for everyone along the way. Okay, so let's continue from here. 1060 makes more sense. Okay, graph. Graph. Okay, graph, I don't need draw. I don't want draw. I'll just skip. Too heavy already. Okay, but let me just screen through the questions. See if we are able to like fill up blanks or some stuff. No, not much. Yes, I can do this. You want me to draw the graph? Let's draw the graph. Okay, let's draw the graph. Let's draw the graph. Don't skip. Don't skip. Exam, don't skip. Don't skip. Okay. So 2 over 9 minus 9 minus 1. So that is what we are looking at. So 2 divided by 9 minus 9 minus 1. Okay, they put in 1 decimal places. So it's negative 9.8. 好吧，就这样子吧。Okay, can. Okay, draw the graph from 3 to negative 3. That's quite a lot of things, but let's start with the obvious numbers first. Thankfully, the x's are given. Okay, so where x is 1, the x is negative 1, y is negative 2. Here. Okay, what else? When 1 is 1, 4. 1, 4 is here. I saw a 2 or 5.5. Okay, can. The rest are like weird numbers really. But I think we'll just put it according to what they have. Okay, so let's start to plot the rest of the things. Negative 3, negative 9.8. Negative 3, negative 9.8. So it's here. Negative 2, 6.5. Negative 2, 6.5 is here. Okay. -1, -2. Okay, solve. 0 minus 0.5, 5.5. Minus 0.5, 5.5. That's quite high though, but it's here. 0.5, 8.5. 0.5, 8.5. Yeah. Okay, and 1.4 done already. 1.5, 4.4. 1.5, 4.4. Here. Okay. 2, 5.5. I see something very interesting. That's why I stop for a while. 2, 5.5. 3, 8.2. Okay, done. The points are actually pretty in a weird state. Draw the graph. 2 over x squared plus 3x minus 1. Okay, is a reciprocal, is a 1 over x squared graph. 1 over x squared graph, that means we are looking at like this. Is because x squared graph is like that. So 1 over x squared graph is the other way. But what I'm seeing here is something that's very interesting because there'll be some form of asymptote. Okay, there'll be some form of asymptote. That's weird. There's 3 points that's over here at the bottom. 2 over x squared graph. 2 over x squared graph. 4, 3, 8. You get them small. You get them small. Plus 3x minus 1. Now what I'm thinking is how to connect the -1 to the 0.5. Looks pretty weird. Okay, I can't recall it for now. I'll skip this question first. I'll come back to it later. Okay, let's continue first. Question 5. A, B, C, D are points on a circle O. AB tangent. AB tangent to B. So this is 90. OE straight line passes through C. Okay, so O is center, right? So these two are the same. OEB is 36. OCD 43. Find BAD. BAD is here. Okay, so in order to find this, we need to find this whole thing. We need to find BCD. To find BCD, I need to find BCO. To find BCO, I need to find COB. My plans are already. Okay. So from here, also same thing about the planning process. What do we need to do? What do I have for planning? What do I have? What do I need? What can I find? Okay. So I'm given, I need to find BAD. So BAD is my, what do I need? That's BAD. So what can I find? Okay, then I work backwards. You see, when I want to find BAD, I want to find BCD because angles are cyclic chord. In order to find BCD, I need to find BCO because BCO plus 43 gives me BCD. Then I need to find BOC. Because BOC is an isosceles triangle. You see, just now as I read the statement, I already start to indicate certain things already that will help me out. So here is what I can find already. Okay, so find it, give its reasons. How many marks? 4 marks. Okay, can, but this is my plan already. So first of all, I can say that angle OBE equals to 90 because EB tangent to OB. Then I can find according to this plan. Okay, angle BOC equals to 90 minus 36 equals to 44. 54. Okay, why? Because this is a sum of angles in a triangle, which is 54. Then I can find, my next step is BCO. BCO equals to 180 minus 54 divided by 2. Because this is a base angle of isosceles triangle. So this one should be 90 minus 27 should be 53. No, 63. Okay, so once I found BCO, I can find BCD. Okay, so BCD equals to 63 plus 43, which is 108, 106. Okay, there's no reason for this because it's just like that lah, because the angle is here. There's no need for a reason for this, so I can just continue. So in order to find BAD, I take 180 minus 106, that gives me 74. Angles in a cyclic quad. So answer 74. Quite straightforward if we will see the plan. Okay, 4 marks giveaway. Okay, so you see, as I devise the plan upwards, I execute it downwards. So for angles question, right, this is what we can always do. You see, as I read the question, I had already indicated in the diagram what does it mean, what does it imply. So what I'm doing is I'm reinforcing my understanding of the diagram and the question. I put them together to help me find the answer. Okay, let's continue. The radius of the circle is 8 cm. Find the perimeter of the shaded shape. Radius is 8. Okay, so this is 8. This is 8. Find the perimeter of the whole figure. Wow, interesting. Okay, few ideas that I have, because I know that this is 54. Let's just like sound it off lah. Okay, let's just voice out our thoughts. Okay, so this is 54, right? So from here, I can already find the whole thing here like this, up to here. Because that's circumference, right? Okay, then what else can I find? I can also find the okay, next up, I can find this I can find this length because I can use my basic trigonometry to settle this. Because it's 8 over here, this is 36. So this one should be 8 tangent 36. I don't know what's the answer yet, because opposite over adjacent, right? Okay, so this is 8 tangent 36. Now here's the interesting one. I want to find one. So this one should be also quite fair because this is the hypotenuse minus 8. So if I were to do the same thing, it's also 8 cosine. No, not 8 cosine. 8 sine 36 minus 8 cm. Because I need to minus off the OC. Because OE is the whole hypotenuse. I want to take out OC, then I can find CE. So this will be my plan already. Okay, so we got a couple of things to do. Let's work them out. Okay, so we got a red area, we got the red area, the green area, then the yellow area. Let's work them out separately. Oh? Okay, perimeter or shaded shape. So first of all, okay. Normally my style will be just I'll clump everything together lah. Because I already saw them in different parts. So I know that when I write them individually, I can solve for them individually. So instead of writing 3 statements, I write all 3 things in one statement. Let me show you how it works. Okay. Can you write like that? Can. High risk, high rewards. Okay. Can. Anyway, like I said, this I do, not you do. Okay, but can you do the same? Yes, you can, as long as our thinking is clear. So that means I have a 54 over 360 times 2 pi r. That is the first part. Okay, that's the red part. Okay, I use red color to help you indicate. 54 over 360 times 2 pi r. That's the first part. Then I have what? I have a green part. Green part is over here, which is BE. BE plus CE. Okay, so I just write here plus BE plus CE. Okay, so you see that what we are doing here, right, is I already lay out the things that I'm looking for already. Okay, so it's not messy for me. Okay, now I can put them together. Okay, maybe not first. Okay, I just solve it along the way. This is 16 pi. Okay, then change marker. This is BE. BE is what? BE is 8. Just now is 8 tangent. 8 tangent 36. Okay, plus CE. CE is how many? CE is 8 sine 36 minus 8. Okay, so to help you all understand what's going on, okay, 8. If I were to lay out the trigonometry properties over here, so 8 over BE, okay, equals to tangent 36. So BE equals to 8 over tangent 36. Okay, can. So this is I revise this out. Like that. Okay, and then for the yellow part, okay, so 8 over OH, 8 over OE equals to sine 36. So it's 8 over sine 36 minus 8. Okay, so same thing will be this one. Yeah, this is your answer already. So if I were to evaluate this, okay, calculator time. Okay, calculator. Yes, I need calculator. Yeah, by 360, that is 12 over 5 pi plus 8 divided by tangent 36 plus 8 divided by sine 36, then minus 8. Okay, then minus 8. 16.6214,683. Then I add in the 2.4 pi. 24.16129. Okay, fair enough. 2 pi r. Can. 就这样吧。OK。 We'll adjust my camera a bit. Let's do it here. Okay, can. That should be it lah. Okay, let's move on. Vectors. P is -4, 5, Q is 2, -3, X is 0.173, Y 0.34. XY is NP plus NQ. Find M and N. Okay. XY equals to 3, 4 minus 7, 3 -4, 1. Find the value of M and N. So equals to is equals to M times -4, 5 plus N 2 at -3, like that. Okay, so this one actually becomes a simultaneous equation question. Okay, so if I were to do this, -4M plus 2N equals to -4, that's equation 1. 5N minus 3N equals to 1, which is equation 2. Okay, so this one quite straightforward lah. This is nothing much we can do anything fanciful. We just do our cross multiplying lah. Okay, so I take 1 times 5. Okay, so -20M plus 10N equals to -20, equation 3. Then I take equation 2 times 4. So 20M minus 12N equals to 4. That's equation 4. Then my equation 3 plus 4. Okay, so my 10N minus 12N equals to -20 plus 4. Minus 2N equals to -16. N equals to 8. Yeah. So sub N equals to 8 into equation 1 or 2. Equation 1, equation 2 looks nicer. So 5N minus 3 times 8 equals to 1. So 5N minus 24 equals to 1. 5M is 25, M is 5. 5, 8. Done. So this one becomes a simultaneous equation. Okay, how do we see this? This is actually back to vector concepts. So it's like this. Quite simple, this one. Okay, let's continue. This one too straightforward already. Okay, A 4, 6, B 5, -5, -3, C 8, -4, D is -1, Y lies on AB. Find the value of Y. Coordinate geometry. So this line of AB, AB is here. So I need to find what is the gradient lah. What is the gradient for AB lah? Okay, so the gradient, so the M of AB, or I just write AB like that. M of AB equals to 9, 6 minus -3. Okay, 6 minus -3, 4 minus -5. 1. So what is the value of Y? So Y minus Y1, which is the unknown point, equals to 1 X minus -1. X plus 1. That's it. This helps us to find the equation lah. Okay, hang on. So we need to find the equation first. So we know the gradient is 1. The gradient is 1. So but we don't know the equation of the line yet. So we need to sub in first. So Y minus 6 equals to 1 times x minus 4. So y equals to x minus 4 plus 6x plus 2. So sub x equals to -1. So y equals to 1. 1 mark only. Wow, very scared that 1 mark, I do so much. But can already. To me, is as long as you get the answer, right? We don't mind writing a bit more. But as long as the answer is correct, we can guarantee that our answer is correct to our knowledge is good enough. Don't be too hard up that I 1 mark, I have to do a lot of things. Don't have that mindset. Because I know that my method is confirmed correct. So therefore, no matter it's 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, I'll still use the same method. Okay? Can? So DC, now we got D. D is -1, 1. C there? C is how many? C is 8, 4. 8, -4. Find what? Find length. Okay, length is easy. Okay. Square root of the difference of the coordinates. So -1 and 8 is 9. 9 square 81. 1 and 4. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 units square. So this is square root of 106. Okay, square root of 106 should be 10 and 6. Approximately 10.3. 10.3. Approximately. 10.29. Good. So it's about 10.3 to 36 feet. Okay. Okay, this method that I'm using is a special method, so don't use it. Don't use in exams. This is a special approximation technique to how to estimate square root. I just did this out of fun. Okay, of course, in exam, you just go and do your calculator stuff. 10.2956, and you realize that it's also very near to the 10.3 answer. Okay, so 10.3. C is the point of line AE such that AC to AE is 2 to 3. Okay, so there's no diagram here. The most safe way, right, is to draw your own diagrams. Okay, so don't be lazy in this kind of things. Just draw your own line, plot your own points, and see for yourself. Okay, don't be too stingy about drawing it. Okay, can. So C is the point on line AE such that AC to AE is 2 to 3. So that means this is 2 units, this is 1 unit, this is C. Okay, and once again, let us put in the coordinates for 6, 8, -4. E is what we don't know. But we need to find the equation of line BE. That means I need to go and find the coordinates of this line. Okay. So from here, what I see it's more like a puzzle game, but they make it 4 marks. So no choice, I have to go and find it. Because technically, if I were to explore the coordinates individually, 4 to 8 is 2 units. So 4, 6, 8. That's what I'll be thinking. So this will be 6. Some point, the midpoint between A and C will be 6. Then the midpoint between 6 and -4 is 10 units, so this one will be 1. So 6 minus 5, 1. 1 minus 5, -4. So I know that every time it moves, right, it is a +2, -5. So in fact, that's my gradient already. My gradient is -5/2. But this is a special way, on top of it, this is like an unorthodox way. After you understood everything, right, this is a game that you can play. So from here, I can already see that E is 10 and -9. I plug in the same pattern from C to map to E because it's 2 units, it's 1 unit. So 1 unit change is a 2 units increase in X coordinates and a 5 units decrease in Y coordinates, +2 -5. Then I can plot the same pattern inside. Okay, it can be done that way. Okay, so E is 10 and -9. Okay, I know that they need a proper working. I know. Okay, I just put it here first. Then I'll show you that actually the answer will still be the same. Okay. So in fact, officially, what needs to be done? What needs to be done? Okay, we need to go and find the gradient of AC. Okay, for gradient of AC is how many? AC, so AC gradient is 6 to -4. So is 10. Then 4 to 8 is -4. So it's still -5/2. But the thing is that I had to do a simplification from 10 to over -4 to -5/2. Right? That shows that it's already 2 units. You know what I mean? That's 2 units. Because over the span of 2 units, 10 there's a change of 10 in terms of y coordinates. So every 1 unit there will be a change in 5. This is what I meant here. Okay, so don't be too rigid in looking too deeply at what the numbers individual is. We need to look at the whole picture, how the numbers react with the changes. Okay, so from here I will still say straight away is number puzzle. So I can just take that E will be 8 plus 2, then -4 minus 5. So E, wait. Okay, let me just save my paper first. Just in case things get missing. Yeah, sometimes it happens. There. Okay, then it will be E. And -9. Okay, let me just check my Facebook still ongoing. Facebook still ongoing. Okay, can. Good. So my point E will be 10, -9. So find the equation of line BE. I got B, B is my -5, -3. Let's bring it down here also. B is -5, -3. So I can find the equation. It's very straightforward already. So same thing, I want to find the equation of BE, which is 10 minus -5. Okay, I'll still voice it out. See, 10 minus -5 is 15. Then -9 minus -3, -6, which is 5/2. Oh, same. Same gradient. That means BE is also collinear with the A line AE. Very interesting. Okay, let's check again. -5, -3. Looks like they are of the same gradient. It's fine. Okay. So same thing, we will do sub in our own things as well. So our own things as well. So y plus 9 equals to -5/2 x minus 10. So this is how we find the equation. So we solve it out from there. Okay, so -5/2 x plus 25 minus 9. Like that. So -5/2 x plus 16. So y equals to -5/2 x plus 16. Whether or not to leave it in the gradient intercept form or leave it in the general form ax plus by plus c equals to 0, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, just leave it like that. For me, I'll just straightforward leave it to gradient intercept format. More straightforward because that's how we learn it. Y equals to ms plus c. Y equals to ms plus c. That is simply put how it is. So don't need to be too like I said once again, don't need to be too uptight about how do we present or how do we present our final answers. As long as the meaning is the same, we are good enough. Okay, let's move on. Okay, stats 7A, box and whiskers. Plots shows the distribution of the results. There are 18 teachers who took more than 50 minutes to travel to school. So these are teachers, these students. There are 18 teachers who took more than 50 minutes. Work out the number of teachers in the school. Interesting, number of minutes. Where is 50? 50 is here. Okay, that means it is 50. That means this, and we need to understand that this line, what does this line mean? This line is the 75th percentile. That means it's the top 25%. That means right, from here to the end is 18 people. This shows what? That means 1/4 is 18. So number of teachers, 72. It's very straightforward. Because we know that this line onwards is the top. Okay, I don't care. Okay, how I remember stats and the 5-point graph, right, is I don't really remember by the percentile. I remember it as top 25%, bottom 25%, middle. I think that's more straightforward because that's how we learn it. Okay, so the 25th percentile, the 25th percentile, 75th percentile, that one I openly say I'm not very clear. But I know that this part over here dictates the top 25%. It means the top 1/4. If top 1/4 is 18, the whole population is 72. It's quite straightforward already. Okay. Okay, next, make a comment comparing the averages and a comment comparing the distribution of the times taken by the students and teachers. Use figures to support your answers. This is what I really hate in maths exam. I still write sentences. I hate it. Okay, numbers is enough. Why give me sentences? But still can be done. Comparing the averages. Okay, on the average itself, the best way we can look at this is the median. That means that without any form of calculations, right, from the 5-point graph. Okay, when I say 5 point, what is the 5 point? Minimum, bottom 25th, median, top 25th, maximum. This is called a 5-point graph. Box and whiskers are 5 point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if you look at the average, you want to see the average. Average is mean median mode. Okay, in the box and whiskers graph, the only thing you can see right is median. It's only the median. Where is the median? The midline here. So what we are comparing means we are comparing the medians over here. So we can say that the students, okay, so students took lesser time to go to school compared to teachers. How do we see it? Because you need to justify from the evidence from the graph. So we say the median number of minutes used by students is how many? 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 28 minutes is okay. Compared to how many? Compared to this is 30, 32, 34, 36 by teachers. So you see, even though it's 3 lines that we need to write, it's actually very little information. Very straightforward. First of all is the observation. The second statement is the figures. That's all. This is for averages. Now we look at the distribution. Distribution, we can look at 2 things. Number 1, we can look at the min max, which is the range. Okay, when we talk about distributions, I write here, we can talk about 2 things. Distribution, one is the range. That means the minimum, maximum minus minimum, the full range. Or we can look at the interquartile. That means the top 25th minus the bottom 25th. Okay, that is what we always say. But it's the interquartile range. So it's the 25th minus 25th percentile. Either or is fine. Either or is fine. Okay, so for me, I'll just take the interquartile. Okay, so we can say that because we are talking about the distribution here. We are talking about distribution. If we are talking about distribution, I'll look at range because I look at distribution. Okay, they are talking about consistency. That means, or how close the number is to the median. Then you look at interquartile range. Okay, I say again, there are a few things that you can compare: averages, distribution, consistency. Okay, if it's distribution, means looking at the full range of values from maximum to minimum. Maximum to minimum. If you are looking about interquartile range is mainly used for what? Used for how close are the whole set of data, how close they are to the median. If the interquartile range is very big, means what? That means, right, it is the range can be very far apart because the bottom 25th takes a much lower number, and the top 25th can take a very higher number. So they are very far from the median. And when they are very far from the median, it means that this median is not very accurate after all. It's not very accurate after all. That is the consistency. That means there will be, maybe we can guess or to imply that there are certain factors other factors not measured in this graph that we need to look at in terms of the arrival time of the students. There will be much deeper analysis that is required. Okay, so since we are just talking about distribution, we can just do a quick addition, a quick subtraction of the maximum and minimum. So for students is 64 and 4. That is 60 range of 60 lah. Okay, so this is a 84 and this is a 24. Distribution is the same because both of them took 60. Is it? Let's have a look. 64, 4. 84, 24. It's also 60. Distributions. Okay, so we can say that distribution. How we find it? Interquartile. Let's observe the interquartile also. So 30, 32. So this is 32. This is 50. Then we have over here is 16 and 32. So this is 18 difference. This is 16 difference. So you can see that this is what we meant by the distribution because they are very far apart. So you can see that the teachers have a higher interquartile range of 18. Okay. So how do we put this across? So we can say that the time taken for teachers is distributed wider compared to students. The interquartile range for teachers is 18, higher than 16 for students. Yeah, 就这样吧。Okay, because they got a higher interquartile range, it means the results or the numbers that they collate, right, is actually further apart. Is further away from the median. That's what it means. Okay, so it's more widely distributed. Or I can say more loosely. Another word is loosely. The smaller the interquartile range, that means the more compact the data is. The more compact the data is. How come my subtitles got Mandarin? Interesting. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's continue. We have a couple of more questions. I think we are actually reaching the end of the paper. Let's finish it off. In a class of 24, 8 walk to school, 6 cycle, the rest travel to school by bus. One student is selected by random, by bus. So 14, so bus is 24 lah. So it's 10 out of 24, 5/12. Okay, 2 students are selected from the class at random. Find the probability they both use the same type of transport to travel to school. So it's either 2 walk, 2 cycle, or 2 bus. Okay, so for the bus ones, okay, so I'll say probably same mode transport. So we need to consider all cases: 2 walk, 2 cycle, 2 cycle, 2 walk, and 2 by bus. How come got balloon? Now can detect balloon. It's cool. Okay, let's continue. So let's consider 2 walk. Walk will be 8/24 plus multiplied by 7/23. Because it's selected one by one. After I pick the first guy who walked to school, I have to pick the second guy that walked to school. So 8, then 7. Okay, followed by, then I have a 6 cycle. So 6/24 times 5/23 plus 10/24 times 9/23. So it could be either of these 3 cases. Okay, so I need to just put them together. Okay, 24 times 23, 27, 54, 54, 552. So it will be over 552. So it's 56 plus 30 plus 90. Okay, so 120,176 over 552. That will be my probability. Okay, should be able to be simplified. Yes, it's a 22/69. Yeah. Okay. 3 of the students are selected from the class at random. Find the probability that 2 of them walk to school and the other does not. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we need to consider the order also. So that means we have 2 walk to school. So it will be 2 walk to school. Walk to school is how many? Walk to school is 8. So 8/24. Okay, times 7 out of 23 times 22. But from these 22 people, right, it cannot be the people who walk. So if I take out 1 is 8, I'm left with 7 people who walk to school. I take out 1 of them, I'm left with 6. So the remaining number over here should be 16. Why? It's 22 minus the 6 people who walk to school. Okay, this is the one that we need to take note of. Okay, find the probability that 2 of them walk to school and the other does not. Yeah, this should be it. Okay, however, we are not really done yet. We need to take this one and multiply by 3. Why is that so? Why is that so? Because there could be a chance that the person who never walked to school, right, gets selected first. We are talking about permutations here. Okay, so it could be, okay, so for example, I say walk stands for W. If I put X means don't walk. So it could be walk, don't walk. Walk, don't walk, or like that. So any of these three possible, any of these 3 scenarios can happen. So we need to multiply by 3 because any of these 3 can occur. So I need to multiply by 3. Okay, so this is a lot of people need to take note. So anyway, if I were to simplify stuff, this is 1/3. This gets cancelled out. So I'm only left with the one behind. Okay, so I'm actually doing 60, so it's 102 over 25, 50506. Okay, same thing, you all can use calculator. Don't be gay like me. This is 51 over 253. Then this is this should be my final answer already. 102 divided by 506. Yeah, that's my answer. 51 over 253. I'm also using some mental calculation techniques here, so don't be too alarmed. Okay, but the thing is that instead of blindly key it into the calculator, okay, I will do my simplification first because 8 over 24 I know is a 1/3. I know it's 1/3 and it's times 3, so it gets cancelled out. So what am I really doing and evaluating is only the things at the back. So don't be too blind to just punch everything in the calculator. Look carefully at the fraction first, see what are things can simplify first, then you go and do. So you can have higher chances that your answers will be correct. Okay, I've seen too many primary school students just punch everything in the calculator without thinking. Yes, you get the same answer, but you lose the essence of it. Okay, so just some minor habits, okay, that we can cultivate from young. Oh, okay, last one, number patterns. 12, 19, 20, 21, 28. A cross is placed on a different position. The sum of the largest and smallest numbers outlined is 204. Largest and smallest is 204. Okay, fair enough. Okay, as you can see from the grid itself, because it's in a T grid, we are looking at the largest and the smallest. So it's the largest and smallest. So, and we see that it is 16 difference. See, for every number that is the largest and smallest, right, there will always be a 16 difference. This is what we need to observe. So x plus 16 equals to 204. So 2x plus 16 equals to 204. X plus 8 is 102. X is 94. Complete the cross to show a numbers outline. So it's not from this torn paper, okay? So we know that this is 94. We know that this is 10 plus 16 110. Okay, then we know that this is plus 8 102 101 103 like this. So this will be my cross. Okay, so you see that I'm not filling it in sequence, I'm just seeing by pattern itself. Because every number from the number to the next number and next column, right, is actually plus 8. Because 8. Okay, so this is how you see number patterns. Okay, so if you see the pattern, you will see it. And I don't really do by, as you can see here, we don't really do by the manipulation. I just simplify and do. It's still the same thing. So don't be too alarmed. Okay. Okay, I just quickly punch in the calculator. 204 minus 16, 188. 188 divided by 2. Yeah, 94. Same thing. Okay. The cross can be placed anywhere on the grid. The difference between the product of the left and right numbers and the product of top and bottom numbers are found. Show that this difference is always 63. Can do. So because we have already assumed that the smallest number is x, so we can already define the other numbers in terms of x. So as we solve it out, it'll be very easy already. So the product of left and right numbers. So I just write down. Okay. So product of left, right. Okay. So as you can see, the left number will always be x plus 7. Because it's 1 before the number of the next column. See? It's 1 before the number of the next column. So this is x. Alright? So this is x plus 8. So this must be x plus 7 without fail one. Okay. So don't just see numbers one dimension. Okay, see from multiple dimensions. Okay, so this is x plus 7. And the right number will be x plus 9 because it's x plus 7, x plus 8, x plus 9. Okay. So this will be as such. So this will be x squared plus 16x plus 63. This is the product for left and right numbers. Now we look at the product of the top and bottom. Top and bottom. It will be x multiplied by x plus 16. So it will be x squared plus 16. So their difference, as you can see quite obviously really, the difference is always 63 because no matter what, it will still be 63. So if I were to write the full answer, the difference will be x squared plus 16x plus 63 minus x squared plus 16x. The whole thing gets cancelled off, I'll only get 63. Sure. Okay, 3 marks. Too easy. To me, it's too easy. Okay. So number patterns is a chapter for us to encourage us, right, to see numbers from different angles and perspectives. It's not just about seeing the numbers as it is from left to right, top to bottom. We see the numbers as they pop around, right? It will be easier for us to spot patterns. Okay? Can see that my hang on. Oh. I see if I'm able to adjust my screen a bit. Hang on. Because my Facebook screen only shows part of my working. That's weird. I don't know if I can like stream it down or something. Okay, give me a short 3 minutes. I think I'm able to adjust this. If not, because it's my screen resolution, so bo pian. I think you should be able to see my full screen now. Let's see if it works. All right. Okay, I should have done that long ago lah. Okay, never mind. From next live stream onwards, right? People on Facebook should be able to see my full screen already. Okay. Now we know what to do. Okay, let's continue. The n term of a sequence is given by Tn equal to n squared minus 1 over 3n minus 1. The term Tk is 15 over 4. What? Find Tk plus 1. Maybe it's the next term lah. Okay. Find Tk plus 1. There is the next term. For 3n minus 1. Can I solve by k? Let's say if I were to, because now they say Tk is 15 over 4. According to the expression, it should be k squared minus 1 over 3k minus 1. So can I solve for the value of k? In this case, I believe I can. It's a 4-mark question. So let's do some manipulations over here. Okay. So 45k minus 15 equals to 4k squared minus 4. So 4k squared minus 45k minus 4 plus 15 plus 11 equals 0. Yeah, let's solve for this. You should be able to find a value of k. Good. So k equals to 11 or 0.25. 0.25, we need to reject this because it's not a whole number. It's not a whole number. It's not a whole number, I reject because k is now whole number, k term. So this is the 11th term. So we need to find k is 11. So k plus 1 is 12. So to put it back in here, so T12 will be equals to 12 square minus 1 over 3 times 12 minus 1. Like that. Okay, so this is 143 over 35. I think that should be the simplest form. Yeah, 143 over 35. TK plus 1. Yeah, I'll take it as such. But I feel that it's a bit too little for 4 marks, leh? Is it meant to be like that? Is it too simple for 4 marks? Goodness gracious. Is it too easy for 4 marks? Yeah, yeah, 4 marks. I will take it as that though. Is there something I missed out? It's too easy. It's too easy. It's not that I'm doubting my answers. I think this answer is too easily obtained. Is it too easy? Is it meant to be like that? I think so, leh. Never mind. I'll just take it as such. This is my answer. Okay. If there's anything more fanciful and complicated as this, than this, I suck it up. There's no choice with it. Okay, let's continue. That's it, eh? Oh my god, this is like the whole question itself. Like, really? So easy, meh? Really? Okay, I'll take it, sir. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, the real life application questions. This is the most time consuming one. But this is the most important question because it links us to real life. Chen is considering installing solar panels at his home. He wants to estimate the area. So he will need to generate a find a number of peak sunlight hours. Peak sunlight hours, cool. Solid panel watts times peak sunlight hours times 75%. All solar panels will be of the same time. 1 kilowatt hour is the amount of energy used in 1 hour by an appliance with a power rating of 1 kilowatt. 1 kilowatt is 1000 watt. He does more research. Peak sunlight hours by month. Average daily peak sunlight hours. Average daily peak. That means every day lah. Okay. Are we considering 30 and 31 days? I don't know. Let's continue and see. Type A, 300 watts, 1.6 m meter. Oh, length and width of panel. So it's like a rectangular surface. Fair enough. Mass of panel 18 kg. 307 1.96 123 309 1.28 128 400 1.69 1.05 19. A game console has a power rating of 165 watts. Find the amount of energy used in 5 hours. Okay, fair enough. So this is actually a 1 mark, so it shouldn't really take too long. So since 165 watt equals to 0.165 kilowatt units, and then times 5. So 0.165 times 5. Okay, so it's 825 lah. 0.825. 0.825 kilowatt. Assuming all the months have an equal number of days, so this takes out the possibility of 30 or 31 days. Okay. Assuming all months have an equal number of days, calculate the average daily peak sunlight in hours in Singapore over the 12-month period. Two marks. Average. So I just take all the numbers, I add together, I divide by 12. Average daily peak sunlight hours in Singapore. Can lah. That means I'm taking all these numbers, I divide by 12 lah. Okay, let's do the calculations lah. Okay, let's write down now first lah. Okay, 4.7, 4.9, 5, 4.7, 4.3, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, 4.5, 4.4. What's this? 3.9, 4. Okay, so let's do it. 4.7 plus 4.9 plus 5 plus 4.7 plus 4.3 plus 4.2 plus 4.3 plus 4.4 plus 4.5 plus 4.4 plus 3.9 plus 4. 53.3 divided by 12. 4.44. Okay, and this graph shows that electricity used by Chen's household for the past 4 years. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, I hate it when they do small diagrams like this. So I better go and put it properly. Okay, this is 1, this is 3, this is 2, this is 4. Okay, make sure you are mapping the correct things. A lot of people just see, the diagram looks the same. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, let's be a bit more careful on this. Okay, find the estimate total area for solar panels will need for its home. Don't tell me you calculate which one to take off. Wow, 慢来欸. Wow, 7 marks. Okay. Find an estimate of the total area of solar panels. Total area of solar panels. But there are 4 types. Estimate of the total solar panels he will need. Estimate the area of solar panel he needs. Wow, this one 高啦, this one. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. A lot of things to do. Wow. Solar panel wattage times peak sunlight hours times 75%. That's the solar panel output in daily watt hours. Wow, that's a whole number of things. Okay, find the average amount of electricity used in 1 day. This is over 1 month. So that means what? Okay, same thing. Let's break this down. We got a couple of things to do. We got a question. Okay, let's use my 6-step plan. Okay, let's see if we can able to divide the plan out of this. Okay, let's write up a plan. Okay, plan is I want to find the average usage of the 4 years. So I can find the average usage in 1 year. Okay, for 1 year. That's the total amount of voltage I need in daily watt hours. I hate this thing, man. What the hell is this? Peak sunlight hours. Average daily peak sunlight hours over the 12-month period. 4.4. 4.4. That means there's nothing to do with the mass. There's nothing to do with the. But why is there A, B, C, D? Do I need to average them out or something? Am I thinking too much? 2000 kilowatt. Find an estimate for the total area of solar panels. It means I need to average out A, B, C, D as well. Is it? If I were to calculate the area of each of these four, the answers are very, very close. The total area of solar panels. That means I need to find an average. That means out of the four different types of solar panels, I need to go and find the length and the width, the average length and the width as well. And the average solar panel voltage that can be generated from this average length and width. The fuck? Can be done lah, but weirdly. Is that really what we need to do? So that means after I need to find an average solar panel output. As in the specifications of the average solar panel. Okay, that is from the table here. Then you go and determine what is the area that we need. That will be my approach lah, probably. Solar panel output in daily watt hours. Wow, what the heck is this? Okay, let's proceed to find this one first. Okay, so we got year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. We can go and find the sum of 4 years consumption. So it will be hard to read though. This is okay, so it's I see 3050, that's one of them. Then we have 2.9. Then we have what the hell is this? 2.5, 2750. Then we have the last one. That will be 2004. Okay, so 59, 27, 86, 86 plus 24, 110, 111. It's about 11K lah. Hmm. 11K kilowatt hour. Okay, that means I need to find the average then. Average equals to 1110 divided by 4. 2775 kilowatt hour. That means this is the average of kilowatt per hour. Kilowatt hour used in 1 year. This is average for 1 year. So let's keep this as such first. That means I need to find enough specifications such that I need to build. We can supply 2775 kWh. Yeah. Solid panel watts. solar panel out. This is the key thing that I'm finding it how to apply. But in order to find this number, I need to find a number that I can put inside. So which is the average of this line. Okay, so I need to find the average solar panel wattage. Average wattage will be 300, 370, 390、300、307、390、400。3 369 13 13 14 60. Okay, 300、307、390、400 1460. So and then I need to divide by 4. 350 350加15 350 325 365 350加15 365. That means on average, right, for type A, B, C, D, average voltage is 365 watt. Then I think I got to find the average area of the 4 things as well already. Okay, then I need to find the average of 4. The average area per panel 1.46 times 1.05 plus 1.969869 96 98 69。Yeah, like that. Divided by 4. Okay, 1.46 times 1.05 plus 1.96 plus 1.98 plus 1.69 plus 1.05. Divide by 4. 1.81175. This will be my meter square. This is on average the area of it. That means 365 wattage, 1.81175. The whatever number lah. Okay. So in order to find the number of output in daily watt hours, times peak sunlight hours per month, 4.44. Average daily peak sunlight hours is about 4.44 hours. So the amount of solar panel output in daily watt hours that means the output that is needed to generate lah, in a sense, right? Daily watt hours, watt hour. Fair enough, this one is over 12 months. So if I were to average over like 1 year, right? So average watt hour. Do I go by per month? Let's go by per month. Average per month will be 2775 kilowatt hour divided by 12. 2775 divided by 12, that will be like what? 231.25 kilowatt hour. That's per month. That means every month I need to supply this amount. Okay, that means do I need to break it down daily? Every day? No, there's no information on dailies. Per month. Per month. What hour? Because right now I'm thinking is when do I plug this in? When? In daily work hours. Because daily is 365. So if I were to plug in this one now, so it'll be output equals to this daily output equals to 365 watts times 4.44 daily hours times 75%. Like that. This daily output. So 365 times 4.44 times 0.75. I'll get 1215.45. This daily watt hour, which is equals to 1.21545 kilowatt per hour. This daily. This daily output. Daily work. I'm staring right at the answer, but I'm not very confident to put it in. That means, right, an average panel, which is 1.81175 meters square, is able to generate 1.21545 kilowatt hour. Per month. But this is a per month thing. Unless, because I assume all are 30 days lah, is that what I mean? Can we assume all are 30 days? If I assume all of them are 30 days, then I can have like a monthly output. Right? So let's say if I were to do a monthly output, that means I need to times 30 of this thing. Monthly equals to 1.21545 times 30. That will be equals to 36.4635. So this is per 1.81175 meters square. Every month is able to generate 36.4635 kilowatt per hour. That means I will need the area will be 231.25 kilowatt hour divided by 36.4635 kilowatt per hour multiplied by 1.81175 meters square. Wow, this is chim stuff, man. Oh, well, 7 marks are fair enough. Okay, so like this meter square. Yep. So 231.25 divided by 36.4635 multiplied by 1.81175. So 11.49004313. So on average, I will need 11.5 meters square of panels. Yeah, I believe that will be it. That means I find the whole every year how much you need. Every year it needs 2775 kilowatt power. So then I leave it as such first. Then I went to find wattage. Wattage is out of the four brands. I find the average out wattage which is 365. Which is 365.诶16哦，1760哦，Oh my god. My mental calculation is failing me, man. Correct. 1460. Correct. I'm sorry, I screwed myself. 对，365. Then per panel will be 1.81175. I'll take it as this though. I'm not 100% sure on this one. But yeah, should be fair enough. What do you guys think? The reasoning sounds okay. And the plan is okay lah. Maybe different students will have slightly different approaches as to when to use the formula and which average are we looking at. So yeah, I think that will be it. Can we'll conclude for this question. Let's go back to the graph thing, which I still have very weird questions about. What the hell? What the hell is this? Plus 3x minus 1. Minus 9.8 minus 6.52 minus 2. 5.5, 8.54. 5.5, 8.54. 4.4, 5.5, 8.2. It can't be full, it can't be a full curve. Because there will be some instances where it cannot reach 0. Because the denominator, as you can see from this equation, the x cannot be 0. So 0 might be asymptote. So if 0 is an asymptote, then I will know what the graph is really. If 0 is an asymptote, because in this graph, x can never be 0. If x is 0, that means you don't have an exact answer for it. So that means we need to have asymptote, and then it will connect like this. So I try my best to plot the graph. I will say at least I will say that something along this line will be the minimum point, and then it will go this way. And then like this. Not the best of graphs, but if you guys can see, if you guys can see it. I'll make it darker a bit. Yeah, something like that. Then this should be a natural curve by right. Oh, it looks damn ugly. Outright ugly. God damn it. 2 over x square plus 3x minus 1. What do you guys think? If I were to plot this over maybe like using like Wolfen alpha or something, why get an equation? Let me try though. Let me try though. Divided by x to the power of 2 plus 3x minus 1. Let me see if I can get this image. Not helping, man. There. Two over x squared plus 3x plus 1. But I have a graph that flies up to the sky. Wow. Whatever that's giving me here on the computer and what's on the question doesn't make sense. I know it's like we know it's like inverted. Is because 1 over x squared is u, right? So 1 over x squared is like I take the u, I turn both ends by itself. But this is really not helping because the graph comes out quite shitty. It's supposed to look like that. It's supposed to look like that. Or is it because it's because my 1, 2, and 3 gets pretty high up. Unless I plot them wrongly, which is impossible. Did I key in the wrong stuff? No, that looks correct to me. Oh, okay, see, I can zoom in. Oh, okay, zoom in one. Okay. Okay, based on this, I will say that my graph is correct. But it's like so minute, the different. If you look at the okay, let me see, I can zoom in here, like that. So this is how the graph looks like on the computer. So I will say my graph is pretty accurate already. Because assuming that because we didn't plot any of the things wrongly, so this will be my graph. I'm sorry to say that this will be the graph. At least we have a common consensus that there will be a asymptote at the y-axis. Okay, so let's just fill it in like that. Or but it looks outright ugly. Okay, it looks ugly because it's very, very closed up onto the middle axis. That means it's very, very into the middle, like here. But of course, I believe my answers are pretty close. There is, as you can see, a hit. As we look closer into this place, there's a minimum point at 1.1. That means, right, let's go back to Minecraft. Yeah. That means there'll be a minimum point over here, and then it will actually go, the y-axis will actually go up in value. Even though the general shape doesn't really fit a square graph, but actually it really looks like that. This is a trick question. Can see or not? Okay, I use another color. Oh shit. Okay. So am I thinking too much? I actually don't think so, because I really want to be very sure that we are very clear on what is the general shape. So even though we have plotted our points correctly and the shape doesn't turn out to be very close to what we are looking for, but we must see that actually, hey, this is actually correct. As long as we know that this is not a full curve, that it's all connected. As long as we know that there's an asymptote at the y-axis, I think we are pretty good to go. Okay, so let's continue to the questions. Let's see what the questions ask us and see if we are able to plot and solve the rest of the questions before we round off today. Okay, let's continue the graph. Okay, you all can follow the green one. Green one. Like that. Okay, it looks damn crooked. But let's take it to that. Okay, come, let's go. On the same grid, draw 5y minus 2y minus 5x is equal to 7. So in the sense, 2y equals to 5x plus 7. So y equals to 5 over 2x plus 7 over 2. So my intercept is 3.5, which is here. Okay, and it's 7 over 2. 7 over 2, and then the gradient is 5 over 2. So 5 over 2. So the straightforward thing is 5 over 2 plus 7 over 2 is 6. So when it's at 1, it should be at 6 here. So this forms a straight line, okay? Like that. 5 over 2. This is the fastest way to go and find the coordinates, because in order to draw a line, you need a gradient and a known point. And the known point is the y-intercept. I need another point. So 1, 6. So 2.5 plus 3.5, which is 6. Okay, can. So find the x coordinates of the points where the line intersects the curve. Okay, there's one over here. And there's one over here. Okay, I use another color. One here, one here. Let's try our best to observe. Okay, so this is minus 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. I see it's negative 0.7. Let's take it as that. Okay, one more should be here. Okay, let's have a look at. So it's 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. This is 0.8. Okay, the value of the x are solutions to x cubed plus ax squared plus b equals 0. Find a and b. Okay, so basically I need to combine the linear equation and that ugly looking quadratic equation together, and then we form an equation. Okay, so that means it pretty sucks though, but let's do it. Okay, so after we got the 5 over 2x plus 7 over 2, that's for the curve. And then we have the 2 over x squared plus 3x minus 1. Because these two are the solutions, that means, right, we need to find these two are the points in which the solutions are valid for both the straight line and the curve. Okay, then from there we go and manipulate. Oh. So what I can see from here, I want to remove the x squared as a denominator. That's then irritating. So I will just multiply the whole thing by x squared. So 5x cubed over 2 plus 7x squared over 2 equals to 2 plus 3x cubed minus x squared. Yeah. Okay, and then let's continue from here. So 3x cubed. I've grouped the like terms first, minus 5 over 2x cubed minus 7x squared over 2 minus x squared plus 2 equals 0. Yeah. Okay, so from here, let's continue. So this is 3 minus 2.5 lah, so it's actually half. Half x cubed minus 9x squared over 2 plus 2 equals 0. I multiply by 2 for the whole thing, I'll get x cubed minus 9 squared and 9x squared plus 4 equals 0. So from here, we can see that A and B, what's my A? A is negative 9. B is 4. Okay, yeah. Okay, so of course, since the question already told us that the values of x on top are the solutions to this equation. Once again, before we move on, before we close today, let's do a final check. Can we do a final check by using our calculator to solve for cubic equations? The answer is yes. So let's do it. So cubic equations, I have 1x cubed minus 9x squared. There's no x term, and there's a 4. Pretty close. Pretty close. We got 3 solutions here, as you can see. Minus 0.64, 8.95, 0.69. So which is quite close. Is my answer not close enough for the 0.7? No? I see 0.8 leh. Negative one. Okay, this could be because of my graphing lah. Okay, my graphing isn't the best lah. Okay, but you can see it's actually hovering around these values. So we need to ensure. Okay, let's check again. It's like x cubed minus 9x squared plus 4. X cubed minus 9x squared plus 4. Okay, come check on your left and right of the screen. Okay, x cubed plus minus 9x squared plus 4. Okay, so I want to just observe once again that my answers are correct. Times 2 throughout. Yeah. I will take it as such. This part 3, right? This part 3 is individual itself. So whether or not we be able to draw the graph or see the intersection and whatsoever, it doesn't matter. We can still actually do this. So another word of advice is that don't give up the whole question because you can't do the first part. Okay, there's other like parts in the middle that actually can be solved individually without the linking to other parts. So don't give up the question entirely. Look through the question, look at each of the parts. There are definitely certain things that we can do on its own. Okay, so yeah, so from this example, we have clearly seen that because the 2 equations are already given to us, we can find the equations are here. So we just need to manipulate them and then put it inside. We can still, with or without drawing a graph, we can already do these 3 marks already. So out of 7 marks, you can get about 3. It's not that bad after all. Okay? So don't give up. Don't give up. Since the numbers are whole numbers, I'll just whole and nice numbers, I'll just take it as such. Yeah, that'll be it lah. Okay, yay! And then with that, we come to the end of the whole paper. Okay, generally, I feel that this paper it's of medium difficulty. Out of 10, I'll give it a 7. 7. Because there's a lot of small details and small potential traps here and there that if people who are not alert enough, they will fall into. Like for example, this ABC here. Because when it comes to 3 terms, people may get confused. Or maybe in terms of like this one, even the standard form itself, because they combine standard forms with the maps and skills. So it's not that straightforward to find the answer. But if you were to look carefully, it can still be done as per normal. And then when it comes to percentage change, it combined with standard form as well. So the questions are no longer that straightforward. Okay, like even for solving simple algebra like this, I need to do the extra step to go and swap the terms for 4 minus x and x minus 4. So it's not that straightforward. So out of 10, I'll give it a 7. Yeah, some tricky words here and there. 7 to 8. Difficulty of 7 to 8. Okay, yeah. So what I see is that probably what I predict, most people who will just borderly pass this paper. They will just borderly pass this paper. It's not as simple as it is. Like for example, this question, we need to like break it down to certain parts. The red part, then the green part, then the yellow part. Then the yellow part is not that simple as to find a hypotenuse of triangle. You need to like -8. So people will just happily just use the hypotenuse on its own. Okay, so a lot of these small traps here and there that will throw people off. Okay, and simultaneous equations are not that straightforward anymore. They put it into vectors. Very nice combination of vectors and simultaneous equations. Vectors, simple lines. Even for this one as well. So they introduce the difficult thing about vectors and points and coordinate geometry is that they will introduce unknown points without giving you the graph, without giving you any sort of visual information. So this is the type of questions that requires a bit of thinking. So we have shared how to solve it over here by drawing it in yourself. So, and also, once again, the solving is not that straightforward. Okay, the description for here also, when you use very general wordings or wordings that is like shade of gray, like distributions, so it's not that straightforward as well. Okay, a lot of potential pitfalls lah. Yeah, 7 to 8 bah. 7 to 8. What do you guys think? Okay, let me know once you guys watch this video. Let me know in the comments below, and who knows, if you want, I can send you this paper if you all request for it. Then go ahead and do the paper yourself and see how you guys are able to perform. Okay, yeah, so that will be all. Okay, so I hope that we had a fruitful session today for the papers. I try my best to go and find the PSLE papers. I know it's not very important anymore since the results are going to come out in less than 2 weeks time. So but I will still want to find the papers and try it out myself. Maybe at the starting of next year, I will be able to get my hands on the PSLE paper, and let's see if we are able to do it. Maybe over the next few weeks, I can come up live to do like P4, okay, and also maybe on what else? What other places? Or maybe Sec 1, Sec 2, Sec 3 papers. Okay. Especially when it comes to the new year, it is important for students to be constantly revising on their foundations, especially for secondary school, because a lot of higher level knowledge requires the foundations. Okay. Yeah, so that will be it lor. Okay. So what else are we looking at? Yeah, so final updates and a final call for, I'm already starting to be bring in new students to tutor for 2024. So in case if you guys are
wanting to look for tuition help, do let me know as soon as possible because my time slots are filling up pretty quickly. Okay, of course, I thank all the parents and students for giving their full support over here. So I still have some slots here and there for 2024. So if you guys are looking for any tuition, academic tuition from I would say P4 next year, okay, next year P4 to Sec 4. Okay, P4 to Sec 4. E-Maths, A-Maths, IP, all can take. Okay, so if you guys are looking for such tuition help, do let me know soon. Okay, and then I hope to be able to reach out to more of you guys either collectively or individually. So apart from that, I'm not just doing tuition, but I also want to reach out to more people through our online workshops, and maybe in the future when the support is big enough, we want to go to offline as well. That means we want to really meet you guys personally. Okay, we want to interact with you guys personally and listen from you guys and hear from you guys about what is happening among parents and students. Okay, and also to hope to be able to support you guys even more closely. Okay, so that is all for today. We'll round up for today's live. So thanks all for watching until now. So hope you guys find this useful. Subsequently, let's see how we can gather other materials lah. Okay, so yeah lah, that will be all for today. Bye bye and see you in